Welcome back to Metabolic Reboot 50+, where we break down the real reasons your metabolism isn't cooperating even when you're doing everything right. If you're eating well, moving more, but still find your appetite uncontrollable, or those stubborn pounds around your belly just won't budge, you're not alone and you're definitely not failing. Here's the truth no one's telling you: after 50, your hunger hormones don't play by the old rules anymore. One hormone in particular, ghrelin, the so-called hunger hormone, is rewiring your appetite in ways that make losing weight feel like an uphill battle. You've probably heard that willpower or just eating less is the answer, but the problem runs deeper. Ghrelin is sending stronger hunger signals to your brain, making you feel ravenous at the wrong times and sabotaging all your efforts. This isn't about weakness or discipline. Your body's hormonal signals have changed, and if you don't understand the new game, you'll keep losing the match. Today, we're diving deep into ghrelin's surprising role after 50, why it skyrockets, and how you can reset your hunger to finally regain control without restrictive diets or starvation. You've noticed it, that hunger isn't just hunger anymore. After 50, it feels more urgent, more persistent, and sometimes downright overwhelming. But why? The answer lies not just in ghrelin's louder calls but in how your body's hunger control system rewires itself with age. First, your brain's response to hunger signals changes. The hypothalamus, the part of the brain that balances hunger and fullness, becomes less sensitive. This means when ghrelin tells your brain eat now, the usual stop signals from fullness hormones like leptin don't arrive with the same strength. In other words, your body's internal satiety alarm is muffled. You feel hungrier, longer, and struggle more to recognize when you're truly full. Second, chronic stress, a common companion after 50, raises cortisol levels. High cortisol doesn't just pack fat around your belly, it also makes your body crave high-carb, sugary foods. This stress-driven appetite spike is a sneaky saboteur that adds fuel to the hunger fire, pushing you toward quick energy fixes that spike insulin and drive fat storage. Third, your muscle mass naturally declines with age, a process called sarcopenia. Less muscle means fewer calories burned at rest and a slower metabolism. This shift also affects how your body handles blood sugar. With fewer muscles to soak up glucose, your blood sugar fluctuates more dramatically after meals, triggering more hunger signals in a vicious cycle. Finally, changes in sleep patterns can't be ignored. Poor or insufficient sleep after 50 disrupts your hunger hormones. Ghrelin rises, leptin falls, making hunger pangs stronger and cravings more intense, especially for carb-rich comfort foods. Sleep deprivation rewires your appetite control, making it harder to resist overeating. So, hunger after 50 isn't just about wanting food, it's your body's complex hormonal orchestra playing a new, louder tune. Understanding these shifts is the first step to breaking free. Now that we see why hunger is stronger, it's time to turn to the new rules that help you regain control, not by fighting hunger but by working with your body's changed signals. Understanding this rewiring of hunger control is your secret weapon. You're not powerless, you're simply facing a different battlefield now, with different rules. And with these insights, you're ready to rewrite your hunger story. If hunger feels like a relentless force after 50, it's because ghrelin, the hunger hormone, is working overtime. But who exactly is ghrelin, and why does it matter so much to your metabolism now? Ghrelin is a small but mighty hormone primarily produced in your stomach. Think of it as your body's food alarm clock. When your stomach is empty, ghrelin levels rise, sending a clear signal to your brain: it's time to eat. But here's the catch: after 50, ghrelin signals become more intense and less predictable. Instead of a gentle nudge, it can feel like an urgent demand that's hard to ignore. What's really surprising is how ghrelin doesn't just make you feel hungry, it also impacts your metabolism and fat storage. When ghrelin spikes, it triggers cravings for quick energy sources, namely carbs and sugar. This isn't a coincidence. Your body is wired to seek fast fuel when it feels starved, but after 50, this system can become overactive, pushing you to eat more than your metabolism can handle. Another hidden twist: ghrelin affects your reward system in the brain. It literally makes food taste better and intensifies the pleasure of eating, especially sugary or fatty foods. This is why you might find yourself reaching for treats even when you're not truly hungry. It's your hormones hijacking your willpower. Here's the mythbuster: ghrelin isn't your enemy, but if left unchecked, it becomes your metabolic saboteur. This means the old advice, like just eat less or ignore your hunger, doesn't work. You can't simply willpower your way past a hormonal flood. So, what can you do? The new rules after 50 focus on managing ghrelin signals, not starving them. Strategies like timed protein intake, balanced meals with fiber and healthy fats, and even the timing of your snacks can help tame ghrelin's intensity. These tactics don't suppress hunger, they reset the rhythm of your hunger hormone, helping you feel satisfied longer and reduce cravings. And here's an insider secret: quality sleep and stress reduction aren't just good for your mood, they directly lower ghrelin spikes. When you sleep well and calm your cortisol, ghrelin's power over you diminishes, making hunger easier to manage. Understanding ghrelin's role gives you a new lens to see your hunger not as a failing, but as a complex dance of hormones needing balance. This clarity arms you with the power to outsmart those cravings and finally gain control over your appetite. Now that you know who ghrelin really is and why it's so loud after 50, the next step is learning how to work with it, turning hunger from a relentless foe into a manageable signal. In the next section, we'll explore practical habits and foods that naturally reset your hunger hormones for lasting metabolic freedom. You've learned that ghrelin is the hunger hormone turning up the volume on your appetite after 50. But what exactly does sabotage look like in real life? How does ghrelin hijack your body's natural signals and make you feel out of control around food? Understanding this sabotage is key to breaking free. First, ghrelin disrupts your brain's balance between hunger and fullness. Normally, when you eat, hormones like leptin tell your brain, enough, you're full. But ghrelin throws a wrench into the system by flooding your brain with strong eat now messages that drown out those fullness signals. The result? You might find yourself eating past the point of satisfaction, constantly chasing a feeling of fullness that never quite arrives. Next, ghrelin increases the frequency and intensity of hunger pangs throughout the day. Instead of hunger coming at predictable times, ghrelin causes random hunger spikes, often right after you've eaten. This leads to those frustrating moments where you just had a meal, but suddenly feel a gnawing urge to snack or binge. You're not imagining it, ghrelin is rewiring your hunger pattern to keep you eating more often. Another sneaky trick ghrelin pulls: it heightens cravings for high-carb, sugary foods. This isn't just a taste preference, it's ghrelin manipulating your brain's reward centers to seek quick energy boosts. After 50, your metabolism slows, but ghrelin seems to push you toward foods that spike insulin and promote fat storage, especially around your belly. This hormonal tug-of-war makes it nearly impossible to resist that cookie or slice of bread, even when you know it's sabotaging your goals. Moreover, ghrelin's sabotage extends to your energy levels. When ghrelin spikes unpredictably, it can trigger blood sugar swings that leave you feeling shaky, tired, and cranky. These energy crashes often lead to emergency eating, where you reach for whatever's quick and convenient, fueling a cycle of overeating and fatigue. It's important to recognize that ghrelin's sabotage isn't a sign of weakness, it's a biological response to hormonal changes after 50. But here's the empowering truth: ghrelin's influence can be managed. By understanding how it disrupts your appetite control, you can start using targeted strategies to calm those hunger signals, regain your metabolic balance, and take back control over your eating habits. Next, we'll get practical. How do you stop ghrelin's sabotage in its tracks? How can you reprogram your hunger to work for you, not against you? Stay with me as we break down simple, science-backed habits that reset your hunger signals and restore your metabolic freedom. Remember, the enemy isn't you, it's the hormone hijacking your appetite. But armed with knowledge and new habits, you're no longer powerless. You're ready to reclaim your hunger control and reboot your metabolism for good. If ghrelin is the loud hunger alarm after 50, there are other hormonal players working behind the scenes, turning up the volume even more. These hidden shifts don't just nudge your appetite, they amplify it, making hunger harder to manage and weight loss feel impossible. Understanding these subtle but powerful hormonal changes is the key to taking back control. First up is insulin resistance, the metabolic villain that most diets ignore. After 50, many bodies become less sensitive to insulin, the hormone that helps shuttle sugar from your bloodstream into your cells for energy. When insulin isn't working right, sugar lingers in your blood longer, causing your body to pump out even more insulin. Excess insulin fuels fat storage, especially in the belly, and triggers hunger signals as your cells desperately cry out for energy. This creates a vicious feedback loop. Insulin resistance drives hunger, and hunger drives insulin spikes. Then there's cortisol, the stress hormone we've mentioned before, but its role goes deeper than just stress eating. Chronic elevated cortisol disrupts your metabolic rhythm, making your body hold onto fat while simultaneously stimulating appetite. High cortisol also interferes with leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, making your brain less responsive to the "I'm full" message. This hormonal sabotage can leave you feeling ravenous even after a satisfying meal. Thyroid hormones also quietly influence your hunger and metabolism. As thyroid function naturally declines with age, your metabolic rate slows down. A sluggish thyroid can increase fatigue, reduce calorie burn, and paradoxically make your body signal hunger more often to compensate for lower energy output. You might feel hungry but tired, caught in a cycle where your body wants fuel but doesn't efficiently use it. Lastly, sex hormones like estrogen and progesterone play a surprising role. After menopause, the drop in estrogen shifts your body's fat distribution and impacts hunger regulation. Lower estrogen is linked to increased appetite and cravings, particularly for carbs and sweets, which can spike insulin and perpetuate the cycle of hunger and fat storage. Here's the bottom line: hunger after 50 isn't a simple matter of eat less. It's a complex hormonal symphony gone out of tune. These hidden shifts in insulin, cortisol, thyroid, and sex hormones combine to amplify hunger signals and sabotage your best efforts. The good news? Each of these hormonal players responds to lifestyle tweaks. You can control food choices, stress management, movement, and sleep. When you address these hidden shifts, you don't just fight hunger, you restore your body's natural balance and reclaim metabolic freedom. By shining a light on these hidden hormonal shifts, you're no longer guessing why hunger feels out of control. You now see how your body's messaging system has changed, and more importantly, what you can do to reset it. This clarity is your power. Next, we'll break down actionable strategies to tame these hormonal disruptors, starting with how to eat and live in a way that calms insulin and cortisol spikes, supports thyroid health, and balances your hunger hormones naturally. Stay tuned because metabolic freedom is closer than you think. You've seen how ghrelin is the loud hunger alarm making you feel out of control, but here's the good news: you don't have to live at ghrelin's mercy. Small, intentional lifestyle tweaks can quiet this hormonal shout and help you regain steady appetite control. These are not extreme diets or complicated routines, just practical shifts designed for your body's unique needs after 50. First, prioritize protein at every meal. Protein is a powerful ghrelin regulator. Unlike carbs or fats, it creates a lasting sense of fullness by slowing digestion and signaling your brain that you're satisfied. Aim for moderate servings of quality protein, think eggs, lean poultry, fish, or plant-based options like lentils and tofu. Spreading protein evenly throughout your day stabilizes hunger and reduces those unpredictable ghrelin spikes that lead to overeating. Next, don't skip breakfast, but make it strategic. A balanced breakfast rich in protein and fiber sets a tone for stable blood sugar and controlled ghrelin release. Avoid healthy breakfast traps like sugary cereals or fruit juices that can cause insulin and ghrelin to surge, sabotaging your morning. Instead, opt for eggs with veggies, Greek yogurt with nuts, or a smoothie with protein and fiber-rich greens. Hydration is another often overlooked key. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps keep ghrelin in check. Sometimes, your body confuses thirst with hunger, causing unnecessary food cravings. Carry a water bottle and sip regularly to stay ahead of false hunger signals. Physical movement plays a role too, but this isn't about exhausting cardio. Gentle, consistent exercise like walking or light strength training helps regulate your hunger hormones. Moving your muscles improves insulin sensitivity and balances ghrelin over time, making hunger more predictable and manageable. Lastly, mind your meal timing and avoid late-night eating. Eating too close to bedtime disrupts your body's natural hunger rhythm, elevating ghrelin when you should be winding down. Try to finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before sleep. This supports hormone balance and improves the quality of your rest, which we already know is crucial for hunger control. These tweaks are about working with your body's new hormonal landscape, not fighting it. You're not starving yourself or following a strict plan that's impossible to maintain. Instead, you're gently steering your hormones back into balance, creating a foundation for lasting metabolic freedom. Remember, these are simple habits you can adopt right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Each small change chips away at Ghrelin's power over your appetite, making hunger less of a struggle and more of a manageable signal. With these lifestyle tweaks, you're no longer just reacting to hunger, you're mastering it. The hormone that once sabotaged your efforts becomes a signal you understand and control. This is the real metabolic reboot: clarity, control, and freedom from the hunger trap that's held you back for too long. In the next section, we'll explore which foods act as natural ghrelin modulators, helping you build meals that satisfy your hunger hormone and fuel your metabolism. Stay tuned, your journey to metabolic freedom is just getting started. Now that you understand how ghrelin hijacks your hunger, the next step is arming yourself with foods that naturally dial down its volume. These aren't just any foods, they're your secret metabolic allies after 50, designed to satisfy hunger signals longer and keep cravings at bay without calorie counting or deprivation. First on the list, fiber-rich vegetables and legumes. Fiber slows digestion and creates a lasting feeling of fullness by expanding in your stomach. Unlike simple carbs that spike insulin and ghrelin, fiber-rich foods keep blood sugar steady and hunger hormones balanced. Think broccoli, Brussels sprouts, lentils, chickpeas, and black beans. These powerhouses fill you up with fewer calories and prevent those sudden hunger pangs that set ghrelin roaring. Next, healthy fats are crucial for regulating appetite hormones. Foods like avocados, olive oil, nuts, and seeds provide steady energy and send fullness signals to the brain. Healthy fats delay stomach emptying, which means ghrelin stays low longer after meals. Plus, fats help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins critical for hormonal balance. Avoid processed seed oils and trans fats; they can worsen inflammation and disrupt hormone function. Don't overlook fermented foods either. Natural probiotics found in yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi support gut health, which is tightly linked to hunger regulation. A balanced gut microbiome influences the production of hormones like ghrelin and leptin, helping smooth out hunger spikes and improve satiety. Another hero is low glycemic fruits. While fruit juices and high-sugar fruits can cause insulin and ghrelin surges, berries, cherries, and green apples have a gentler effect. They provide antioxidants and fiber that help curb hunger without triggering metabolic chaos. Finally, hydrating foods with high water content like cucumbers, watermelon, and celery help fill your stomach and can reduce ghrelin signals. Often, hunger is confused with mild dehydration, so these foods help keep false hunger at bay while providing essential nutrients. Incorporating these foods into your daily meals is a powerful way to reset your hunger hormone rhythm naturally. For example, starting your day with a veggie omelet cooked in olive oil, paired with a handful of berries, sets a satisfying tone that keeps ghrelin in check until your next meal. Lunch might be a hearty lentil salad with mixed greens and avocado, while snacks could include a small serving of nuts or Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of chia seeds. This approach isn't about restriction, it's about strategic nourishment that works with your body's hormonal shifts after 50. When you feed ghrelin the right signals, it stops screaming for attention and instead becomes a reliable partner in your metabolic reboot. Remember, you're no longer a victim of your hunger hormones. By choosing these foods thoughtfully, you're taking back control, quieting the ghrelin alarm and setting the stage for steady energy, reduced cravings, and lasting weight management. This is how you turn knowledge into action and rewrite your metabolic story for good. You've seen how hormones like ghrelin, insulin, and cortisol shape your hunger after 50, and you've learned which foods help calm those signals. Now, let's focus on daily habits that reset your hunger rhythm, not by fighting your body, but by working with it. These habits aren't about strict rules or willpower battles, they're about creating a lifestyle that naturally keeps hunger balanced and your metabolism humming. First, establish consistent meal timing. Your body craves routine, and when meals happen at irregular times, hunger hormones get confused and spike unpredictably. Aim to eat your meals and snacks around the same time each day. This metabolic clock trains ghrelin to rise and fall in a predictable pattern, helping you feel hungry when you should and full when you need to be. Consistency in timing also improves insulin sensitivity, which keeps blood sugar stable and hunger manageable. Next, practice mindful eating. After 50, distractions like phones, TV, or rushing through meals make it easy to ignore fullness signals. Slow down and truly savor your food, notice textures, flavors, and how your body feels as you eat. This simple habit helps your brain register fullness more effectively, reducing the risk of overeating triggered by hormonal confusion. Another powerful habit is strategic stress breaks throughout your day. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which not only drives hunger but also makes your body hold onto fat stubbornly. Incorporate short pauses for deep breathing, stretching, or even a quick walk outside. These small resets lower cortisol, which in turn calms ghrelin and leptin imbalances, making hunger less erratic and easier to control. Hydration deserves a second mention, not just water, but herbal teas and mineral-rich fluids. These support your metabolism and often contain compounds that reduce cortisol and improve digestion. Chamomile, ginger, and peppermint teas are great choices to include between meals, helping to suppress false hunger cues and soothe the digestive tract. Finally, set a wind-down ritual before bedtime. Quality sleep is non-negotiable for hunger regulation, but it starts with preparing your body for rest. Dim the lights, avoid screens for at least an hour, and try gentle stretches or meditation. These habits enhance melatonin production and reduce nighttime cortisol, preventing the ghrelin spikes that cause late-night cravings and morning hunger overload. By layering these habits into your daily life, you're not just managing hunger, you're retraining your body's hormonal signals to work for you. This creates a reliable rhythm where hunger cues become clear and easy to interpret, reducing overeating and cravings naturally. Remember, metabolic freedom after 50 isn't about quick fixes or deprivation. It's a process of understanding your body's new signals and responding with kindness, consistency, and science-backed habits. These daily practices give you control over hunger, energy, and weight one balanced day at a time. You now hold the tools to reset your hunger signals daily. In the next video, we'll dive into targeted movement strategies that complement these habits and supercharge your metabolic reboot. Stay tuned, this journey is just getting started, and every step forward brings you closer to the vibrant health you deserve. Now that you understand the hormonal players and have practical tools in your toolkit, it's time to put together a clear, step-by-step plan to master your appetite and regain control over your metabolism. This isn't a rigid diet or a quick fix, this is a sustainable blueprint designed specifically for the unique challenges and changes your body faces after 50. Step 1. Start your day with a metabolic kickstart. Begin every morning with a protein-rich breakfast paired with fiber and healthy fats. This combo sets the tone for stable blood sugar and calms ghrelin's morning surge. Skip sugary cereals or fruit juices that spike insulin and send your hunger hormone into overdrive. Instead, go for eggs with sautéed veggies, Greek yogurt with chia seeds and berries, or a smoothie blending protein powder with leafy greens and avocado. Step 2. Hydrate consistently, not just when thirsty. Carry a water bottle with you and sip regularly throughout the day. Hydration keeps false hunger signals at bay and supports metabolism. Complement water with herbal teas like chamomile or ginger, which help reduce cortisol and soothe digestion, indirectly helping to balance hunger hormones. Step 3. Time your meals to your body's natural rhythm. Stick to regular meal and snack times to train your metabolic clock. When your body expects food at consistent intervals, hunger hormones like ghrelin become predictable. This reduces impulsive, stress-driven snacking and helps maintain steady energy levels. Step 4. Move your body with purposeful, gentle exercise. Incorporate daily movement that supports muscle health and insulin sensitivity without causing stress. Walking, light resistance work, and stretching improve hormone balance and reduce cortisol, which in turn helps regulate hunger hormones. Aim for at least 30 minutes most days, but listen to your body, consistency beats intensity at this stage. Step 5. Build balanced plates focused on hormone-friendly foods. Fill your meals with fiber-rich vegetables, legumes, quality proteins, healthy fats, and low-glycemic fruits. Avoid processed carbs and hidden sugars that fuel insulin and ghrelin spikes. Over time, this balanced approach retrains your appetite signals and supports fat loss, especially around the belly. Step 6. Prioritize rest and stress management every day. End your day with relaxation rituals, deep breathing, meditation, or gentle yoga that lower cortisol and prevent late-night ghrelin spikes. Quality sleep is the silent metabolic ally, helping your body reset hunger hormones and repair itself. This step-by-step plan puts you in the driver's seat. You're no longer reacting to hunger with frustration or confusion, you're proactively managing the hormonal shifts that control your appetite. Every choice you make moves you closer to the metabolic freedom you deserve, with less hunger drama and more energy to enjoy life fully. Remember, mastering appetite after 50 is not about perfection, it's about progress. With clear steps rooted in science and tailored for your unique hormonal landscape, you're equipped to rewrite your metabolic story for lasting success. Keep moving forward, and watch your body respond with balance, energy, and confidence. The biggest myth we've busted today is that hunger after 50 is just a matter of willpower or eating less. The truth? It's about a hormone called ghrelin, the hunger hormone, which rewires your appetite and metabolism in ways no one warned you about. Your body isn't broken or lazy, it's simply playing by new rules that require a fresh approach. Now that you know how ghrelin hijacks your hunger signals and why old diet tricks fail, you hold the secret key to metabolic freedom. This isn't about starving yourself or endless calorie counting. It's about understanding your body's hormonal shifts and using smart, practical strategies to reset your hunger rhythm. With the right foods, consistent habits, and stress management, you can quiet the hunger alarms and regain control over your appetite and weight. If you're ready to stop fighting your body and start working with it, subscribe now and join our community of metabolic reboots after 50. We're here to share science-backed truths and simple, sustainable steps that finally bring results. What's one healthy food or habit you discovered was secretly sabotaging your hunger control? Share your story in the comments below, your insight might just help someone else break free too.